unbelievably big for Auburn to go in and get a win at Florida after Florida. I think they lost at Missouri, or Missouri beat them at home. But then that was their only SEC loss, and people were handing them the back-to-back titles. I mean, it was
Yeah, I mean
Florida's best team in the league. Florida's going to win the
when they
SEC,
beat
all that stuff.
Vandy at Vandy,
Yeah,
to stay the one loss in the league, and it was like, okay, yeah, like that hands Vandy another one at home. It's like, yeah, they might have just wrapped it up, like even
yeah,
this early,
yeah.
it just felt that way.
But you kind of feel like like I said, when Painter was texting me yesterday about why not take Auburn, you just kind of feel like we haven't won there in so long. We haven't made a 3-point shot in two
Yeah, and
weeks,
that's the thing,
basically.
right? Like you're going in on the
Right.
road, they've got more size
Yeah.
than you, and it's like, well, they don't shoot threes, and you're like, but do we? So it's like
Yeah.
that.
Right.
It
Yeah.
didn't feel like a much of an advantage, like even if they weren't hitting threes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was very impressed, and I mean, even offensively, man. I mean, it's like there was always a plan and a set, and they knew what they wanted
Yeah.
to attack, and just the adjustments along the way on both sides of the floor were just, yeah, easily the best coaching job of Steven's young career. Like
Oh,
that
no
was
question.
that was
No
incredible to
question about
watch.
it. I don't. I was sad that he didn't like the Keyshawn Murphy exclamation point dunk.
Well, and that's where one of those things where obviously the whole friendship thing, but it's like, man, I've never been annoyed by those things, like ever. Like that just you're at the end of the game, like it's a competitive game. I mean, you're not like taunting people. You went on the road, like you slam it, you go home. You know what I mean? It's just like not a big deal.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't know, we've like weirdly over the years made that a weird thing. But the one thing that was like made my made me cringe just a little was that it was so much like the Nate Oates reaction when Bama does that, like the last few years.
Yeah.
They're notorious for like ripping those off and then him being like, "Oh shucks, like I hate that we did that." And it's like, dude,
Yeah.
after you do it 8 times, like clearly there's nothing going on internally to
Well,
like prevent y'all from doing this. So when he
and
did
then
that, I
Todd
was just
Golden,
like,
like,
"Oh no!" Like it was the same exact thing. Like, "Oh,
yeah.
I hate that we dunked it at the end on the win."
Also, it's just so funny. Like all week and during the broadcast, they talked about like, oh, the Pearls and the Goldens are such good friends. Like Steven and Todd are such good friends. I think their post game handshake lasted about 0.5 seconds,
Yeah,
and
Also,
Todd like
a pretty
pat him on the
a pretty
head.
strong
yeah,
slap on the butt there.
Yeah, yeah,
and the head.
which yeah, like yeah. I was like, dude, like
Well, and the thing, like
disrespectful.
going to the Final Four last year, like being at that game, which, I guess we can circle back now and we can slander it and just say, how good was Walter Clayton? Because, like, if he's not, I mean, we win that game probably by double
Sure.
digits if you don't
Oh
have
yeah,
Walter
yeah.
Clayton. So
Right.
it's, very similar team makeup, but they just don't have that guy. And just
Yeah.
being at that game and seeing how Todd Golden acted on the sidelines, like in person, just because, you don't see a lot of that on TV. Like, just the amount of times he would just like primal scream at our bench, after something would happen. Dude,
Yeah.
I hope we dunk it to end the game every single time if we're like gonna beat them. Like I'm not moved by like you being offended. Like, no way. No way.
It is a lot more fun to play Florida when their guards are Xavier Lee and Boogie Fland and
Yeah,
not Walter Clayton Jr.
right.
A lot more fun.
100%.
Xavier Lee, not good.
No.
Not
He hit
not
that huge one
not
in the
working
Vandy
out.
game, and it was like, okay, maybe he's
Yeah,
turning it around a little bit. And then it was like,
yeah.
maybe not. Okay.
I
Maybe
don't know
that
if
was
it's
a bit of a
working
fluke.
out for him.
Yeah, I was that tweet that Ferg had sent out about the Torvik stuff. It's like, man, to be number 11 in the country since Christmas.
Yeah,
And I mean,
yeah,
I get it's a bit cliche, it's basketball and it's like, portal NIL era, a lot of teams shuffling, but like I think there is something to getting into conference play and then kind of settling down and like, being
yeah,
familiar with your team. Like literally none of these guys have played together before ever. None of them. No single
yeah.
duo. So like yeah, it's not surprising that the team would be better. And I think that's in hindsight, looking back, some of the comments Steven would make in those interviews, press conferences was like, we got some things to figure out. I'm confident we'll do it, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, maybe we are okay. And like, we're just unfairly viewing
Right.
this through the lens of the best team we've ever seen.
Well,
Missouri
I've
game.
paid less attention to fan reaction this year. Like, was
Yeah.
there a sense of frustration among the fan
Oh, yeah,
base
there
to
was
this point?
definitely
Because I
some of
kind of
that.
always expected there was going to
For
be
sure.
some
Yeah, which is
inconsistency given.
totally unfair because, I mean, the team is just so different. And we see the roster shortcomings immediately. It's like, I mean, hell, if Bruce is the coach, I mean, are the results all that different at this point? I mean, probably not. Maybe we may have one more win. I don't know, but like, it's you still have the roster issues that you had, So it's like
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
yeah. Go ahead.
did your backup big man from last year is like the
Killing it.
best Auburn player in the NBA right now
Yeah, awesome,
and
fun
beloved.
story.
But so like,
What
of
a
course
story.
there was fresh, and I think I've talked about this with people. Like, I think last year has obviously spoiled Auburn fans and like also caused a little bit of selective memory. Like, do we not remember what Jani's first year, the 8-9,
Right.
you're like 8-9
Yeah.
seed, playing Iowa and Birmingham,
That
losing to
team was
Appalachian
a
State.
tough watch.
Tough watch on offense. Tough
A
watch on
younger version
offense.
of Flan. I mean,
Woo.
just yeah, like
Yeah,
yeah, that was tough. That was a very frustrating team to watch. And so yeah,
tough team on offense. Yeah. So yeah, Flanagan was on that team. I guess Wendell and KD were the guards.
Zepp was still there, right?
Was he still there? Okay. Yeah. I mean, it was going to be different. It was always going to be different. I mean, literally you flip. Let's say they don't wave off the basket against A&M. We're in first place in the SEC.
I mean, it literally is quite literally a millisecond away from being in first place, and then another overtime loss from being solo first place,
Yeah.
even in the
The refs have
standings. Like,
decided that we're not in first place.
right? It's yeah, that's it's tough because I mean, that's equally frustrating. You have a 1 point loss to Houston, you have that loss, you have that loss. So it's like,
Yeah.
man, what could
Yeah.
be?
Yeah.
Like if you have the Houston win, that shot counts, and then we win or in regulation or overtime at Georgia, like what are we ranked right now?